My name is Jonathan McCabe, son of Dusty, who was fast becoming a legend, and grandson of Johnny, who was already a legend. The McCabe name was a lot to live up to, and, even though I was not yet 16, I felt I already had my chance and failed, miserably. When the ranch was attacked a few weeks ago, I cowered on the floor as broken glass rained down around me. If Grandpa hadn't stepped in and shot the man, I would be dead right now. I sometimes thought maybe it would be better that way. Pa and I brought some cattle to Fort Benjamin Harrison, a small cattle drive. Took a couple weeks, and it was good for me. Got my mind off things. Let me see some open country. And there's something about being in motion, about putting miles behind you, that made your trouble seem not so bad. I was born near the end of the era of the Longhorn, too young to have taken part in it, but I could only imagine trying to move a herd of Longhorns. They could run like horses and could be vicious when cornered. These cows Pa and I were pushing were Angus, much more beef on the hoof but shorter legs. They couldn't move as fast as a Longhorn. They could never have survived the old overland cattle drives from Texas to the former railheads in Kansas. But this drive was only to Fort Benjamin Harrison, only about 100 miles. An Angus steer had no horns to gore you with. Even still, this wasn't easy. Long hours in the saddle, keeping the cattle moving, resting them when they needed it and letting them graze. After all, we didn't want to ride with beeves that had lost too much weight on the trail. Took us 11 days to get them there. At night, after supper, I would stretch out on my bedroll, resting my head on my saddle and look up at the western stars. Seemed so close you could almost reach up and snag one. With the smoke of the campfire in the air and the smell of the earth and grass around us, I could almost imagine what it might have been like to be a drover on those old cattle drives. One night while we were waiting for the coffee to boil, Pa looked over at me. "Your grandfather mentioned to me that you've been kind of quiet since that attack on the ranch. I noticed that too." I shrugged. "I'm all right." "Are you sure? It's the first time you've actually been shot at. That can be kind of unsettling." I shook my head. "I'm all right." Pa let it drop, and I didn't mention it, but I was far from all right. We made much better time riding back, covering the 100 miles in just over 3 days. Felt good riding alongside my pa. Had my gun at my side, and I felt almost like a real McCabe. Almost. The memory of being paralyzed by fear weighed on me. I wondered if I would ever be truly worthy of riding beside Pa, or a man like Grandpa.